Really excited about, first of all, just the opportunity to play in front of our students in this unbelievable atmosphere. It's a rare game for us, playing here at the Al, and the way the students came and supported us, the atmosphere, it was a lot of fun. It was really unlike any college game that I've been a part of in a while. Great energy in there. I thought our guys fed off the energy really, really well. Really grateful of the way that our guys started both the first and second half. It's a big point of emphasis for us to try to win the first and the sixth round of the games. I thought that, throughout the game there were some stretches where our focus wasn't as strong as it needed to be, particularly on the defensive end. But Central Michigan has some really tough guards. They made some tough plays. They were hard to keep in front. We've got to improve in a lot of areas, and that's pretty much every team in the country, I would say, 2 games into the season. So obviously we go up in weight class in a major way for our next game, and we go on the road. So there'll be a lot of areas for us to look at where we need to continue to grow if we want to put ourselves in position to try to win that game.
First, just some housekeeping with Zach. Was that something that happened the other day with his knee in the game?
No, his knee's been bothering him a little bit of late. He got a shot in his knee that the doctor felt like will be helpful, but part of that was he had to rest it for some days. So he'll be back this weekend in practice, and expect him to play on Tuesday.
So that's the same knee and the scope.
Mm-hmm.
When you see Job come in and he hits those 2 threes and he has a 3-point play, do you see him more locked in on the defensive end, or are you getting the full Job experience?
He's getting there. I mean, I'm hard on Job because I think he can be so good. I mean, he's so gifted and can do a lot of things. Look, we have a young group, and we've got some guys that are still becoming what they're going to become. David Joplin, Cam Jones, Stevie Mitchell, every one of our freshmen. These guys have the opportunity and the potential to be terrific players. They're not all the way there yet, but you see some glimpses like Job's performance tonight. He has to understand that it has to start on the defensive end. I thought he was more locked in defensively early in the game tonight than he was on Monday night against Radford. And again, our whole team at times lost focus tonight when we got a big lead. So we've got some room to grow. We've got a lot of stuff to work on to play a full 40.
Do you see the energy from the crowd more with the activity on, especially in the press and the full court press?
I mean, the crowd was awesome. I don't think it really took much at all to get their excitement going. I mean, the energy of the students was there before we even tipped the ball off. But certainly, I said before, when the team is playing with good energy and the guys on the floor have a great spirit about them, there's a connectivity with the crowd and particularly with our students. And that's something that, you can feel it, and it's a special thing, and all the best teams have it. So we want to continue to build that, obviously here at the Al tonight, but anytime as we go back to Fiserv. Just grateful for our students being here and supporting us tonight and creating such a great atmosphere, and just excited about the group that we have behind us, all of our fans, especially our students.
You guys had 5 players in 10 or more points. What did you think of how the ball was spread out and scoring?
Pretty good. I mean, we had some sloppy stretches, and we didn't shoot the ball from the foul line. So the 2 things offensively I'd say we could have done better was we had some stretches where we didn't move it as well. Sometimes when the ball's going in a lot, there's a tendency to feel like, I can go one-on-one, and I can go just create for myself. And that might work at times in a game like tonight. But, Purdue, for example, one of the best defensive teams in the country, we're going to have to work together to create baskets against them. We can't stand around and watch one guy go to work. But I thought there were stretches where our guys really passed the ball well. I think we had 26, 27 assists. And Tyler really moved it around well. Other guys passed the ball well. Didn't shoot the ball well from the foul line. So Omax is in the gym right now working on his free throw shooting. And normally, those guys are very, very good free throw shooters.
Max had a stretch where he had 7 straight points in the first half. What did you see from him offensively? I know you just said the free throws, but...
Yeah, I thought really good activity. I thought Omax had great activity. We play him at the front of our press. We ask him to do a lot. I mean, we ask him to rebound the ball, get his hands on the basketball, guard a lot of different positions. With the starting lineup, he's the second biggest guy out there, so he's got to guard someone often that's a lot bigger than him. But he's very versatile, and he's learning more and more to attack in the right opportunities on offense. I think he's getting better and better at that, and he's being rewarded by his teammates. He had some great cuts where teammates found him, and there he is at the basket, either getting fouled or finishing.
Ben on Monday had limited minutes. Today he was able to get extended minutes. He had a couple threes. He had that dunk. Just what did you like out of his response after was probably Monday where you saw some of that first game jitters?
Yeah, I thought for Ben and for all of our freshmen, tonight was a really, really valuable experience because you could practice as many days as you want to practice, but getting out in a real game with your teammates and impacting the team in a positive way on both ends of the floor, like those guys did, I thought was significant. No pun intended, but this experience for a freshman is gold. I mean, just to get as many minutes as you can. I thought for Ben, the best thing about tonight was I could see him gaining confidence as he was playing and making plays. And, you know, he's someone that prides himself so much on his shooting, and he's not quite there yet to be a consistent knockdown shooter all the time. He's going to get there, and he's a threat to make it anytime he shoots it. But he's still adjusting to the speed of the game. What I liked tonight is he put the ball on the floor and he attacked. He got in the paint. We're always on him about flexing the rim when he dunks, and he did that. So real progress for him. Sean Jones, Chase Ross had some very good moments. The good thing about Sean, there's a lot of good things about Sean, but as you saw, a couple times he was able to create opportunities for Tyler, and that's not something we had last year. So, to have a second creator out there that can get him open threes is important.
Did you get an explanation for the bench technical?
Yeah, it was the first technical I've ever seen with water bottle technical, but that was the explanation. Our guys, it was an accident. I think our guys got super excited, and then someone's knee hit the water bottle and it went out on the floor. We ask our guys to have great energy on the bench. We ask our guys to give EGBs. So we'll call that we'll chalk that technical up to an EGB.
Obviously, the university has lease agreements with Fiserv and money talks. I'm sure you take a revenue hit when you play here, but is this the type of atmosphere, the type of game that you would be opposed to having, maybe on a yearly basis or somewhere down the line again?
Yeah, I mean, we had to play this game out of necessity. There's an event in Fiserv, I think, for about a 5-day stretch. It didn't make sense to play on the road because we have a road game coming up next. So that's what created this opportunity. Our administration had a great idea to make it a student-only event because we weren't going to be able to fit everyone in here, and we thought it could be a fun activity. The whole day's been great, with the students on campus, and it seems like they really enjoyed it. So, if the opportunity presents itself again, this game was a lot of fun. But I'll tell you what, we play in the best arena in the country, in Fiserv Forum. So anytime we get a chance to be in there, we want to be in there. And the great thing is our students are awesome at Fiserv too. So we had a great student crowd tonight at the Al, and we have great student crowds every time we play at Fiserv.
You mentioned Purdue coming up next. They're going to be big. They're going to be tough on the defensive end. And they have the biggest of the big guys of the 7'4" guy.
Yes.
How do you counteract that with Oso and Ben and the guys you have?
By being the best version of us. I don't think you counteract a team that has some really, really good attributes by, trying to match those attributes. Zach Edey is the biggest, tallest, strongest guy probably in the country, college basketball. And I give him and the Purdue staff incredible credit because I remember seeing him as a young player at IMG, and the work that he's put in on his game and the way that he's developed as a basketball player is really, really impressive. So that's going to be a heck of a challenge. I would say whoever Purdue plays, there's going to be a mismatch with him. We'll be no different, but we're going to have to find a way to, try to turn that around. And I think what you do with that is you press your own advantages. What do we do that we can go press against them? We've got to continue to get better and more sound on the defensive end. I thought our guys did a lot of good things defensively in the Radford game and tonight, but not consistent enough. And we're going to have to be more sound, a little bit tougher, a little bit grittier on that end of the floor to compete with them.
What was it like to see Kean get a big dunk at the end of the game?
I was really happy for Key, his first college basket. You know, I think sometimes on our staff we forget he redshirted last year, so, you know, in some ways he's no different than the other freshmen from a playing standpoint. But, I mean, he's getting better and better in practice. I think, again, as much experience as we can get him, the more the better. He's going to be, at some point, the guy's going to be 245 pounds. And, you know, he's going to really be able to throw some weight around. Right now, his advantage is quickness. He can guard a lot of different positions. So we as a staff have to continue working with him to develop. He's in his second year out of a 5-year plan, and he's significantly better than he was in first year.